What's going on, everybody? This is BMT coming at you again. I wanted to do this conversation with you guys over something that's been hard pressed against my mind. I feel it's a fair discussion to have, at one that I wanted to hit on and critique. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. I usually like to do a show with a bottle of water, um, so that way I can clear my thoughts. But I wanted to speak on, you know, something that I went over on the morning show about Ice Cube being canceled, and the mere thought that people are talking about having Ice Cube. He's a founder of NWA. Um, and he's done a lot. He's done a lot in um, his time out here for his city, his community, and I'm taking a look at the stuff down the pipe on how this man is now under scrutiny. And he's under scrutiny for the fact that, hey, what's going on? Oh, I like Ice Cube too, Battery. I like Ice Cube too. He's under scrutiny because he had the courage to go out and speak about about stuff that he wanted for his diaspora people. I too am a black man, and I understood, and I was very proud. I was very proud of Ice Cube doing that. I think that's very fair. And I think that's very fair and honest and balanced of him to actually have that intention to want to speak for his people. Now we're at this issue right here where people are saying that they want him canceled. People people are saying that they want him canceled, that he shouldn't be allowed, that he's a sellout, he betrayed the culture. All this rhetoric about Ice Cube, and I'm like, okay, I'm confused. We talk about that we want men. Oh, would you understand? He didn't flat out support Trump. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the thing about it is it wrong to say that people have agendas for their people? And if that's bad, what is the problem? What is honestly the problem in that? I mean, he went out there. He wasn't rude. He wasn't. And to be fair, he also put out that he has not directly spoken to Trump. So let's get that out the way. He has never directly spoken to Trump. He said out of his own mouth. Now we're just taking it for a grain of salt. But he said he's never directly, sat with the man, done anything. Like he's just said, I just haven't been doing any of that. Only thing I've done was go to both parties, Biden party, Camilla, and literally I wanted to find out about, hey, what honestly can y'all do for me as a black man and my people? Now that's pretty honest. Is first of all the question I would ask is, why would y'all want to cancel a man that's asking for something for his group of people? He didn't mind putting out music for you. He didn't mind entertaining you. He didn't mind talking about injustices for the police, all assortment of stuff. But it seems to me the minute that he started saying something that was for his group of people that he identified with, that was a problem. That's a problem. And they say now they want to get rid of him. Okay, I definitely will do that. I definitely do that, Don. But I find that very fraudulent that people will literally want this man canceled or kicked out just because he's saying that, hey, I want something for my people. I want something better. Why was that a cardinal sin? Let's first of all ask that question. Why was that viewed as a cardinal sin? You know, that that's our loudest and dumbest talking out of turn, baby. How's that our loudest and dumbest talking out of turn? I mean, don't I'll drop the link. But okay. Oh, you're saying the people that are because see, he went there, talked to Kumo on CNN. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like the way Roland Martin and them try to berate him with questions. But then wasn't Roland Martin mad that literally he got kicked off of channels? Like it's like dog, like y'all gotta pick y'all enemy, man. Like y'all love the man when all of a sudden he was on rapping and cursing and swearing. But the minute he's showing a profound education and literally speaking with authority, and we talk about that we want some type of masculine, are there any real men out there? Now, I'm going to be for real. Would it have been the same smoke, you know what I'm saying? I got to go there. Had that been a woman speaking for women's rights or the advocacy of women, would the same smoke been thrown out for that? But you mean the time when actually a black man, he didn't go to just one party, he went to both parties and spoke with authority that, hey, let me clarify, I'm looking for a bipartisan, not looking for no drama, not looking for no beef, not looking for no issues. I'm looking for a bipartisan deal that can help both it don't even matter what affiliation of black you are. We just know we need help. Fix the wealth gap and fix any other issue that we have going on. Now, Cube didn't have to do that. That man is a millionaire. He has already been solidified. He already has his money. He already has all his stuff down. I know a lot of people say, well, when are these black millionaires going to step up and take care of the community? Well, you just had one right there, literally step up for your community. And here we have it where a group of people are saying, cancel him. Just think about it. You ask for black men to be men. You ask for black men to step up. You ask for a man to be a man and speak for his community that has authority, and you got that. And see, this is when I get angry with black men. This is when I get angry with black men as a black man. Y'all, a lot of y'all have so much energy and love for Snoop Dogg. You remember when they said something about Kobe? Snoop Dogg told Gayle King, we're going to come get you. Oh, man. I was watching dudes all riled up and happy about that. I was watching people ready to turn up for that. Y'all was so ready. Some of y'all were so ready to speak up. Do documentaries, y'all. They quickly put down Snoop Dogg and make him bend down to the knee. I'm like, okay, so you want to use that, but here you have it where there is a man literally at the doors of cancel culture speaking up for you men and your families, your struggle, and now it's quiet. Where are black men's voices saying, hey, we got to protect Ice Cube? Where are black men's voices saying, yo, man, we got to make sure Ice Cube that nobody touches him. Anybody speaks about him, that's a rapper, an artist, a name brand, anybody speaks about him, we don't deal with them. Where's that same energy? Because if you can't protect your own that will speak up for you, then why would they ever want to speak up for you when the time that comes? I'm just being fair. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know some other people are watching and respect everybody, like the video, share the video. But see, I'm just being honest, man. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like me. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Everybody got smoke for this man. But doggone it, listen, man. When you finally get somebody that actually is trying, I listen, man. Our group of people have it in spades. We like to critique and demonize a man that literally is trying to speak up and say, "Yo, man, what kind of logical deals can we work out with either party?" Y'all say we don't got no rights. We hear that we're unequally yoked, that literally that we're the lesser of all. So hold on now. Then where's that $1 trillion backing to protect this man? Don't preach to me I'm my brother's keeper. And when I'm watching one of my fellow brothers get railroaded, all of a sudden it gets quiet. But see, let there be some bimbo broad start talking about feminism. Y'all get riled up and horny for that. Let it be a scandal. Y'all ready to ride. But here we have it right here. Here we have it right here. Q should have never had to get on there and defend himself. That should have been our job as black men defending him. And I'm not going to say that there haven't been some men that haven't been doing it. I won't say that there haven't been men out there doing that. But the minute you heard or saw anybody out there talking and trying to tarnish and say cancel, no, the minute those people, those culture vultures, had it out their mouth to say anything about Ice Cube, that should have been the time to say you're canceled. I'm done with you. I'm not dealing with you. You're out. Just think about that. This is why it's hard, black men. You always say there's nobody willing to speak up for you. But when you do have somebody willing to speak up for you, you don't say nothing when they get hit. We have a real bad practice. We always send the soldier out there to fight alone rather than send him out there to fight with a platoon. And I'm not going to lie, people get tired of that shit. See, at least a woman knows that when they send one of their own out there, they send them out there with droves of numbers. They have a craft. They understand that one woman voice ain't gonna get nothing done. But guess what? I'll send out a 2, 3, 12 of us, 15 deep. We'll take what we can get and keep on scrapping it up. But for black men, it's like one of y'all go out there and y'all like to just watch. Why? Honestly, what is the onus in that? I mean, what is the valor and the honor in putting yourself at risk if I don't have my own back of my own people? Why are y'all allowing outside forces to literally speak? And mind you, Roland Martin, you're a total bitch. You a fat hog, hairy troll like bitch. Because y'all know damn well what y'all doing, trying to doggone make a mockery, trying to make him look like a fool on your channel. But then you get mad if he goes to a white man's goddamn network and go ahead and get his voice out. Then y'all gonna say, well, he sold out. Well, why would I want to come to y'all if all you're gonna do is backseat? That's the problem with the goddamn Negro. The minute somebody says something that sounds opinionatedly different than what you say, you got a problem. So the only thing you can do is dox and try to tear him down. Weren't you NWA? Dude, he's a man. He's a human being. NWA is a title. is a family man with a wife, kids, grandchildren, a whole dynasty legacy that is worth a fortune. This man has put his time in, and it amazes me when you have your best actually put in the time and work. Motherfuckers go quiet on you, man. But then y'all say, we don't got no flag, we don't got nothing. Of course you don't got nothing. Because when you do have the opportunity and you do get the chance, motherfuckers go ghost and quiet. That's why I don't take this damn space seriously, man. I had some corny ass dude in the chat trying to attack me, and then other fraudulent ass motherfuckers like trying to smile up in your face. And I'm like, see, this is the problem with black men, and I understand why other races of black people look at us so fucking weak. Because we hate each. Nobody hates the black man better than the black man. Ooh. Oh, I'm preaching, boy. Yeah, y'all just don't know, boy. I might need to go back to being a minister, boy. Damn with feminism, damn with the white man, damn with the black woman. Nobody hates the black man better than the black man. That is a God-given fact. It's like literally, it's like doggone trying to pick doggone eat cinnamon toast crunch with rat feces in your cinnamon toast crunch. And see, honestly, that's how this space thinks, man. That's why I hate when people try to sound all type of genuine, like they give a fuck, but actually all they want to do is get clout because they know deep down inside that the minute somebody says different from their type of rhetoric, they will try to stop destroying you. Literally, somebody can have one parent that's black, another parent that might be Spanish or might be Italian or something different, and they can have all the best wishes in the world for a black person, but suddenly people say, well, you're not black, so why are you speaking for us? Wait, what? Oh, whoa. Stop the presses. That person's not fully black, but you're mad that they're speaking for you? Like, that's not their position? Even though that they literally, I swear, boy, like, we shoot ourselves in the foot all the time, dude. And the fact that sometimes we like to talk doggone pretend, man. Like, this keeps happening all the time. And, like, people like to play the game narrative like we don't see this happening. What is the point of literally, like, understand this, dude? What is the point of having a system if you literally don't use it or you don't challenge the people that are literally supposed to be doing their job? I never understood that. That's like you're going to McDonald's, you ask for a cheeseburger, but they give you a fish sandwich. You telling me you paid for a service and you're not gonna go up there and say, yo, you gave me the wrong sandwich? You're gonna be like, no, I'm paying you to do your job. I'm not looking for excuses. Black men, there should have been no reason why they should have ever uttered out of their mouth that they're going to cancel doggone Ice Cube. And don't mess with, oh, that's just women saying that. No, I've literally looked at the videos. I've seen quite a few doggone tweets about black men saying that Ice Cube is a sellout. He ain't no good. I'm like, God dang, dude. This is the dude who's anti-Semitic about fuck the police, and literally the same dude that's saying, yo, man, I'm here not for no other group, not for no affiliation, not with no political agenda. I am here for black American descendants of slaves. Literally, he just said the Adolf goddamn creed, and black people, you should have jumped up and said amen. Like, let's be for real, man. Nobody likes speaking up for the black man. Holly, nobody likes speaking up for the black man. It is a non-paid gig. I don't know who told y'all that y'all are like the most sought after people. Give me a fucking break. You're full of shit. Because you know one thing about it, you like to slander each other faster than you'll take up for each other. The man literally went up there and said, "Nah, man, like we need money, we need jobs. I'm trying to make sure we can secure some type of bag. I'm not giving my vote just to any old group." I mean, goddamn, dude. No wonder why we get dead last, man. Yet y'all feel so bad when they start picking at you. Y'all feel some type of way. Well, and I saw that corny shit. Well, you know, yeah, like I said, listen, man. Y'all gonna have a hard time talking to me about, well, hey, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell y'all women right now. If y'all women can't stand with Ice Cube, don't ask no black men to stand with y'all. Black women, if you can't stand with brother Ice Cube in his 9 hours, don't you damn sure ut out your mouth about us as black men standing with you. Because he didn't say black men. He said black people of descendants of slaves. So you were included. So every goddamn black actor, actress, rapper, anybody black, y'all should have all said hashtag Ice Cube we stand. Ain't should have been another goddamn thing y'all said out y'all mouths. But y'all will allow people to throw your own people under the bus, and you'll watch the crucifixion. You'll watch the crucifixion. You know, it's like that fight where Debo went there to go knock out that one dude, and they asked, and when no, it's like when Debo was sticking up Smokey and Craig, and he took the other dude's chain, and he said, "Hey, why did y'all jump in when Debo was taking my chain?" And he said, "Well, that's funny. Where were you when Debo was choking us out in Smokey's backyard?" He said, "Oh man, that was different." Right. You see, don't jump up and ask me to back you up at your convenience, man. See, this is why I hate this dumbass space sometimes. And I don't give a fuck if y'all record me. I don't give a fuck if y'all how y'all feel about me. Y'all niggas don't got no power to cancel me. Y'all can't even cancel your own goddamn problem that you got with that damn broad that you fucked at the gas station. Nigga, please. Like you can't get rid of me. I like I said, y'all breed on dysfunction. I'm about to hit 20K. I came up in this shit when it was a dinosaur age of dysfunction. So you can't get rid of me, BMT. I've been here too long, baby. I get love on the black side, the Latin side, the white side, the LGBT side, all sides I get love. I'm not just a one minute type of person. I can go talk my shit on all the sectors. Why? Because guess what? I understood one thing. What my group won't do for me, other groups will do. But see, I always been loyal to trying to help my people. But I can honestly be damn sure honest, my people haven't been loyal to me. And ain't that a damn shame? We've seen this happen too many times. Motherfuckers always requiring so much of one person. But then when that one person say, hey, y'all, where were y'all for me? I ain't gonna lie, man. I saw the tiredness in that man's face when he got up on that screen. He was like, "Yo, man, like y'all know I've always had your best interest. I always had y'all back. Why is he literally being drained, man? Y'all can. This is the problem with our people, boy. But then we'll say, ain't nobody got our back. Man, shut the hell up. The ones who do got your back, you don't back them up, but unless it's at your convenience or you're getting something out of it. And that's fair. If you want to say, if you ain't getting nothing out of it, then why say anything at all? And that's why you won't ever win. You want your self gratification, not your cultural gratification. You believe that if you don't get the dollar, then that literally means they're not worth it. I got to be honest with y'all, man. Everybody knows how to jock off of y'all, take off of y'all, say whatever they want to say to y'all. This is why I don't really. This is why, like I said, man, y'all don't got the power that we talk about and y'all want to have. I'm done. Like I said, I'm tired out, bro. I'm tired out. Like, I mean, see, this is that disingenuousness. This is why I understand. And Ice Cube is not the first and only person that has done it. But see, we have a problem. I watched it how I told that, listen, y'all, ain't nobody going to keep on doggone sticking their neck out for you. After a while, they're going to say, you're on your own. But then you're going to get mad and say, well, why ain't those people that got money doing for the... No, you can do for yourself. Actually, one thing you can do for yourself is speak up for one of your own. That don't cost no money. That just literally says, yo, the minute y'all disrespect him, yo, we're not dealing with y'all. We're not watching the shows and anything like that. But see, to say that would mean you would have to have a self-discipline to go without. Sally, a lot of people ain't about that type of action. Just not. That's why I can understand, man. I understand why other cultures don't want you in their group. But then y'all say stay race loyal, breed black loyal. Dude, fuck that. Fuck y'all logic. Fuck your mindset. Because y'all don't even believe in doggone speaking up whenever somebody's is in the midnight hour. Don't do that. I give my loyalty to those who have my back in the midnight hour. If you don't, no. Don't do that. Like I said, I've watched. So I understood that tired talk that man had when he said, yo, do y'all really back me? Do y'all really support me? I remember John Henrik Clarke said that the black man has no friend. And I still believe that. I still do. I want to believe that no, that's not true, that we do have a friend. That we do have people that give a shit about it. But we got to make something different of that. Hold on. So let me drop the link. Y'all can come on up. I done said my smoke. I got some work to do. I need somebody to run the panel for me real quick. God dang it. Hold on. Let me do this. Copy. I didn't know when I was preaching the gospel of, hey, and no cursing, no belittling. Hey, I don't want to hear none of that gender stuff in the chat. Y'all know I will kick y'all asses off. Don't do that. Lord knows, y'all know I listen. I'm gonna have to grab some wrenches later on if y'all starting any of that gender shit right now. I told y'all about that shit. I'll be doing none of that gender shit. I don't want to hear none of y'all having none of that shit. Y'all gotta do that. Take y'all ass to one of them goddamn other fucking panels. Don't bring that shit when I'm talking politics. Y'all know better. This is the BMT panel. I'm not trying to be no. I'm just BMT right now. I don't want to be anything else. I don't want to be affiliated anything else. I'm being BMT Joe Johnson. I don't want to be nothing else right now. I read over that shit going on with Ice Cube. Nobody gave a shit about. I mean, some people did. I'm not gonna say nobody, but literally looking at it, nobody cared. No, that man was getting. You got people trying to cancel Ice Cube, and I'm like, are y'all crazy? A man that literally is six figures strong, and y'all talking about canceling him? Get out of here. Y'all lost y'all damn mind. They lost their mind. Hang on, so we got Brother Speak. Go ahead, Brother Speak.
Hey, how you doing, BMT?
You hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You're a little bit low.
a little bit low. Hold on. Let me get off my speakers. Give me a second.
And Brother Speak up here. You got Healthy.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
Okay, is that better?
I say, hey, I'm not doing a BBN. I'm not doing a BBN talk today. I'm doing a BMT. So this is the old BMT right here. The old BMT. I used to be. I wasn't reserved. This BMT cursed, drunk, drank, and doggone talk his shit. Ain't no, y'all can curse up here. Y'all can curse up here. Trust me. I'm doing an all BB. I'm doing a BMT panel right now. You know, I'm not doing anything else. BBN, I try not to curse. BMT, fuck that. I'm past that point. I'm just, hey, I'm not doing this. Is BBN. I would have said that. BMT, fuck the bullshit. We here talking as men and women.
Well, let's look at it realistically. You know, Faith in the chat was talking about, well, the Indians have casinos and land. Yeah, that was land that was given to them after they were nearly wiped out by the white folks. So, I mean, they the white people gave them something because of white guilt and all that kind of good stuff. And here's the thing with black people, we let anybody speak for us. As long as they look, they sound good, if they have the good image, we'll let anybody talk for us. We don't look into their background. So when I hear this talk about, well, we don't want biracials to look for you, I've seen more supposedly ADOS people screw over black people more than any biracial had ever done. We as a people have a bad habit of making people our enemies that they don't need to be. Why a lot of these biracials don't like us? Because we're the ones that ran them off because we so mad at Master that we can't go after Master, but we go after the next best thing, the biracial. And that's why a lot of them go against you. We should be doing what white folks do. They let anybody in their group consider themselves white for a minute, and then when their use is not needed anymore, they get rid of them. Black people have never been able to do that because we care so much about our image to the point of absurdity. Even though our image right now is in the toilet right now, but We care so much about our image instead of what these people can actually do for us that we'll either let anybody talk or we'll shut people off that we really need. And men and women, we both do the same thing. So that's why we the Indians, however, they have their land, they have their casinos, but guess what? They know who to let talk for them and who don't. We don't. We'll let anybody talk for us as long as they sound good, look good. Oh, he's speaking the gospel and all kind of crap. But then they turn against us, and we were like, well, we don't need to trust anybody. No, you need to learn how to look at people's background and stop being so quick to jump on someone's bandwagon. That's the issue. We're too quick to jump on someone's bandwagon because they have fame, they look good, and all kind of garbage. But when it's really time to have allies, people that's going to give us something, we give them something, we want to run these people off. We want to come out with our hand out instead of coming in a position of power. Okay, this person can talk for us. This person can talk for us because they're going to give us something. We might have to give them something, but they're going to give us something in return. We still don't know how to do that. The only people who care about a biracial is women and sensitive dudes that don't understand war. In war, I'm not caring if you have black, your mama's white, Hispanic. Can you fight for me? Are you gonna fight for me? If you can, come get this sword and let's go. Only women and sensitive dudes care about that because again, women don't fight.
I'm a woman on the panel, and I'm gonna say, I don't know what social media push, but in my one-on-one life, we don't actually have no problem with biracials.
Thank you.
Stuff that some biracials get up there and say, put that out, but the little mixed girl who go to my school, we ain't had no problem with her. We don't. One-on-one, we don't have these issues. And even sometimes the little hood white chick, we don't even really have no problems with her. But we get on these platforms and we say different stuff. We got biracial friends, but our biracial friends ain't the ones walking around talking about, oh, I'm higher up on the hierarchy. And then we get in here on these social media platforms on one-on-one. I bet we could all go in our lives and have biracial family members and stuff that we don't have none of that drama with. It's these,
exactly.
Some of it is these social media platforms. And as a most part, Black women are reactive to what we're given. We ain't out there accosting nobody and stuff. It's been pushed at us so much that we become reactive. But don't put that on us in our one-on-one everyday non-social media life. We got white friends. We got white friends with like men. We got mixed friends that grew up in the neighborhood and all that. And it ain't never been no problem. But we gonna get on the social media. Like I say, white people know everything about us and it's magnified. We don't know nothing about them. We put all our business, all our family business in the media.
Well, exactly. I do agree with that. It'd be one thing if we cancel all biracials, but the reality is it's only the only time we cancel biracials if it's someone that we don't like, that don't have the image that we like. But the ones that we like, they're famous, we're gonna latch on to them and let them speak for us. Because again, it's all about the image. It's not about what they can actually do. So,
we do have to push back when we see a certain agenda being pushed and we see no representation of regular non-Black people in the media. When you have the Blackishes and all of that, half whitishes and all that stuff coming out. So if we don't say anything, we will disappear. So we do have to speak up on things like that. and when we see an agenda being pushed forward to bring some balance and not let it override. But
Well,
please, I
I'm
mean, when we
fine.
see a balance of Black people being represented in the media, it's good. But when we get to seeing too much of one thing and not enough of other, we have to speak up as women because we still have little Black daughters that's growing up saying, I don't see that. Little Black sons that's growing up, well, little Black sons get a different image, but we still have that. And for men who have kids with two different mamas, they first set of children Black and they second family mixed. He still got to remember that dark skinned Black child. I even watched the Love Reality TV, the TO show, and he had his two sets of kids. And you saw how he interacted with the mixed one and how he interacted with the dark one. And it was obvious. And so when we see things, we do have to bring it to the attention because sometimes when you right in the thick of it, that person can't see. Sometimes it may not matter if you point it out. They still gonna do it, but you have to point it out.
So I got a
Well,
question.
it's not.
Let me and welcome Koja always. I'm not sure if Healthy got to speak. But the thing I push at is why is it that Black people, because why are Black people having a hard time defending Ice Cube? I shouldn't have to be somewhere, leave the political out of it. Why are they having a hard time defending him? Because he's literally seems like he's on his own forefront, just getting on panels defending himself. Like the minute Roland Martin and them tried that little kooky shit, we should have said Roland Martin when that fucking with you. You should have. Why are you trying to embarrass him? And you don't know other people are watching. You feel me?
To
If
be
I
honest,
know,
He shouldn't have to defend himself at all. He shouldn't have to defend himself at all. He put too much work in
to
over the
be
years.
honest,
Ice Cube did.
we do need somebody to educate us on politics because a lot of us don't understand the process and some of us may understand small. I don't understand a lot of it. I understand a little. I did defend Ice Cube, but I don't
like,
have a voice or a platform. If I'm talking with my coworkers and this and that, we gonna have a discussion. Y'all done been my media for the last couple of weeks or so. I've been listening to y'all. I ain't been too much watching my news. I'm gonna have to get back, but a lot of people don't understand the process. And I think we think everything is going to happen in one big sweeping motion, and it's
yeah.
not.
Yep.
We're going to have
Yeah.
to have a lot of little to medium victories to get us to that 100%. And I think sometimes if we don't see one big swooping victory, we don't see how everything adds up cumulatively. And it's going to take a
Right.
lot of people on a lot of different fronts. You know, I can only talk a lot of times in the Bible. You see these Christian folks and they thinking they the chosen ones to lead. And sometimes it is the Ice Cubes that are called up to be that leader. It is
All day
sometimes the
long.
people with the history. And people, like you say, they judge people on their past and not their present. So
Like no, and that's true. That's the thing about it. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I can own that. I was like, I really don't want Ice Cube up there. Yeah, and at first I was like that, but then again I said, you know what? If he's a ram in the bush, let me shut up before I start judging and start and at least listen. And see, I get it that some people say, well, he's not most, politically inclined. No shit, Sherlock.
That's
So,
not what we need. We don't need no shiny suit wearing ass nigga. We don't need that right now, bro. We fell for that with Obama on some real nigga shit.
so what I was hoping
We fell
for,
for it.
okay, so he's not politically inclined. I'll give you that part. But instead of saying, well, he's not politically inclined, then you should have grabbed somebody who is politically inclined and said, listen, you are going to be the Kardashian forever. Just let me just be there by your side. And when they ask you a question, say, hold up, let me talk to one of my people. You understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, don't
I'm
Yeah.
send
not
him
gonna
there
be
alone to the wolves. You go there with him.
I
It
don't
wasn't a
think we need the
politically
language. We don't need no shiny suit wearing people because we don't need to be burning no bridges, making no enemies for no reason. We might need that shiny suit wearing person in the future. So it makes no sense to be coming
already.
out that way for people we may not need right now, but we may need that person in the future. So we don't need to be dismissing nobody. They may not be a benefit right now, but why make an enemy for no
Well,
reason? Why
No,
because
make the
we like
climate
to pop
that
off at the
hostile?
mouth. We like to
I'm
pop off
I
at the
just know what
mouth.
we fell for.
But popping
We
off at
ain't
the
got time for
mouth
that.
creates other actions. I can't call this nigga say he don't need me. I ain't going no he had to say we can't work together. That's not needed. We got to learn to be a little bit more in control of
It depends on where's your
what we say
allegiance.
and how we say.
Is your
We got
allegiance
to
an
become
organization or
intentional
is it
in our
grassroots?
language and let it be a
hold on. Let y'all
cooperative language.
Here- here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it. No matter what, all I'm saying is this: if I can't speak the language, damn it, I'm gonna go find somebody that can be my advisor. What made Solomon a wise man? He knew how to ask for
Nigga
help.
words and shit.
Listen. If I don't know it, I'm gonna ask somebody who does know it and say, "Yo, man, I can't speak on that, but could you help educate us on this?" Then
Right.
that builds up our strength. You know, I think that's the thing about it. Like, listen, man, and I'm gonna use the Kardashians. We all damn sure know Kim Kardashian ain't no damn lawyer, so we already know that's not her forte. But however, she had enough brains to go hire black a black female legal team to say, hey, y'all been working on these cases getting these black men. I got the money, you know, I got the fame. I can get y'all to where y'all need to. See, at
Right.
least you
But that
smart
comes
enough to go grab them people.
from that we don't value our own people. If
Right.
if somebody, my sister
I
or
agree.
brother come and give me, and not my biological, come and give me $10, you're like, oh, thank you. But if a white person come and give me $10 or another person, that $10 is more valuable because it's like they accept us. They didn't have to. We don't appreciate our own as much as we should. It's like, oh, look at Kim Kardashian, the good little Armenian white lady, even though she did what she did. She like us. Look what she did for us. So we can view what she did as more than what we see Ice Cube trying to do because we don't value our own selves and our own contribution.
All
We
right.
have to have
Also,
validation and acknowledgement from others.
we don't understand allies and friends. We want to make friends with everybody instead of making allies. An ally is someone I give them something, you give me something, and we work to a common goal. We want to be friends with everybody because we want to be liked so damn much by everybody. And then when they burn us, now we be like, oh, well, I don't want to work with them no more anyway. No, that's not how it goes. You make allies. If they working towards your goal, you give them something, they give you something, and we both achieve something. Then we go our separate ways. That's how it works. This we want to. Kim Kardashian gave us some helped out the black folks. Well, guess what, y'all? Because none of y'all were willing to work with each other, and none of y'all want to support the ones who are doing the work because they look like you. Because you don't care about you. This self hate, it ain't just with dating. It's just all together. We have a self hate for each other is it's off the chain. And anybody that let's look at Ice Cube. We're shitting on him because we think that he's politically illiterate.
Adequate.
He don't know what he's talking about.
Right.
Okay, then the thing is, talk to Ice Cube behind the scenes and be like, hey, look, I see what you're trying to do. Hey, but this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. No, we want to burn him at the stake because we're so quick to pop off at the mouth. We're so quick to roast somebody just because, okay, he may not be literate in that sense. Go in the background, talk to him. Hey, man. Hey, I see what you're trying to do, but this is what you need to do here. This is what you need to read up here. If we would do more of that instead of just, oh man, he said something I don't like. He said something I don't like. I'm gonna make a video about it. Or I'm gonna go on TMZ and talk about it. There is such a thing as no comment. Just no comment. It's simple. But we don't have the control, especially some of right.
Well, we're gonna have to learn from Trump. I don't know anything about that.
He is no fool.
Thank you.
Ice Cube is no fool when it comes down to politics. I don't know why people saying this. That's what I'm saying. They must be new. Like,
but Eazy-E done met the president. Like a lot of these NWA members, they done met presidents. Like a lot of them, long time ago. Eazy-E, right? Eazy-E was a conservative. He met Bush. Like these dudes, they far from dumb. You know,
church boy. Like he's very politically aware. He's very political.
I think we as black people, we as black people have this thing. Like I've heard.
I think Healthy, you cutting out. I don't think you can hear us.
I think we as black people have this thing that we want to X people out, and we say, like somebody say, oh, they got book sense, but they ain't got no common sense. And we do this, and we don't think that a certain particular people is smart if they don't have the degrees in such and such to document that they're smart. But Ice Cube is a very intelligent man, and it takes, for the real rap, not the fake rap, it takes a level of intelligence to put some of that stuff together. It's not just your mumble rap, but we like to think that because they don't have the degrees, they aren't well read. And a lot of times you find those people are well read. They didn't, like I said, they might not have went to college, but that don't mean that they didn't engage in stuff that makes them smarter and that they are intelligent. And so I think we have to stop doing that. It's like, oh, here a street nigga. Oh, here it is. Instead of saying I might not have the formal education that he has, but that does not say anything about your level of intelligence. And I think it's a disservice that when we assume because somebody don't have this, and that they are equally intelligent or knowledgeable about things.
Right. I want the thing about I wanted to touch at was for the fact that I got you, brother. Speak. That we listen, y'all. For a while, y'all remember on YouTube they said you're not a high value man if you don't wear a suit. I can tell you right now, as long as I've been on this goddamn channel, and I've done cammed up a lot of the shit that I do in my life, y'all have never seen me wear a damn suit on no damn YouTube. I take care of my family. I make sure my community's straight. In my last time I checked my book, that was value. That was a very cherished value type of thing. I don't speak with no high vernacular or trying to claim I'm something I'm not. Listen, I hate when I hear people say that a woman with children, but she don't have a man, she's a low value, non-wanted woman. Who told you that damn lie? Because I know some women that damn are 6-figure women, and they ain't got no man. They own their own businesses and stuff. And they down there in Florida running multi-million-dollar homes. Y'all, listen, I listen. The narratives that we think are what our success might not be what you think how they became success stories. Like there is no one way to skin a cat, especially in this country. There isn't. You know, and I'm just being honest, like I get it. He may not look like go ahead.
The people that engage in that type of stuff are probably the people with the lowest self-esteem, but the loudest mouths. And they think because they say that, or I put on a suit, then I don't. Their when they say that stuff, it is a red flag to how insecure they are. Because if I'm cool and I think I'm a pretty woman, I don't have to come in the room and put other women down when I know what I am. But if I'm a pretty insecure woman, then I might have to come in the room putting everybody else down. And the same thing go for men, except for if you're a cool guy or whatever, they'll hate on another guy. But that comes from insecure people. Because people who secure in themselves don't have to engage in that narrative.
Now, Reggie asked a question. I want to know why celebrities think they are voice of black people. They only meet with them for celebrity money. Now that's true. Here's the thing I want to push that on that. If you lobby for what you want to see, you're just as important, if not more important, than that celebrity. The celebrity, they're only just looking at him because of his dollar value, of what he can bring. That's it. But when it comes to if us on this panel were to put up some money, let's say we put up at least about, I would want to say like at least about $20,000 or $200,000. Well, you just did $200,000. I mean, what is it for black people to reach 1 million? What is honestly takes 4 years. It takes 4 years for the next election, right? So that literally means if we literally said, "Hey guys, we're going to put up some money," and it doesn't have to take that much money, but it's literally like $20,000 and $10,000 checks that these people be giving them for lobbying stuff. But I'm just saying that if you lobby up your own stuff and just go down there and see, that was a problem that nobody wanted to go talk. I may not like my boss, but guess what? If there's an issue at the factory, I'm still going to have to talk to my boss.
Right.
I'm still going to have to talk to him. And I know y'all, it's not my president. That's not your president, but he still is the president right now. So like Cole just said, and like Brother Speak said, and Healthy, listen, y'all. I don't know why people think that he only went to Trump. He went to both parties. He said, "I'm trying to get a bipartisan." I'm not sure people understand what a bipartisan is. You learned that in civics class. That means both parties have to agree. So he's not, and he said it on. He said, "I don't trust either politician. I don't." However, it's funny because guess who a lot of these politicians be in pictures with? Black rappers. So I'm pretty sure they know if they're full of shit or not. They're like, "You full of shit," just like I am. Most of these rich men be signing these rappers. They be asking them, "Try my merchandise, try my outfit, try my brand, try my headphones," all of that said stuff. So you got to think about it. These same people deal with this group of people all the time. Come on now. And that's a fact. You can look up all these old pictures. You will see all the same dudes talking bad about Donald Trump. Most of the time, they got a doggone room at Trump Tower. Let that fit in.
Yeah.
That's
hilarious.
Donald Trump had a different type of language when he was speaking to them back then. He wasn't speaking the way he speaks now. So, time, place, and different circumstances. He was not MAGA back then. Not saying he didn't feel that way and that wasn't in his heart, and that's who he really was. But he wasn't displaying that to the people he was hanging out with.
No, I agree. See, I agree with you on that. But I'm also pointing out that we're going to also point out that everybody uses everybody in that business. You get what I'm saying, Koja? Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is, we make it seem like it's a shame that people are freaked out that literally Ice Cube said, "Listen, I'm not with none of y'all. I'm not trying to join none of y'all." You saw it earlier this morning. Mm-hmm. He said, "I just want our agenda." I thought that was beautiful. That means he was saying, I don't bump with none of y'all. I don't care for none of y'all. All I want is to make sure that we done right. Whoever does it, guess what? That's who we'll work with. If not that, and see, that's the thing.
That's what it should be.
Exactly. That's the way it should be.
But we again go back to the image. We want to look good. We want. Oh well, Trump is a racist. Okay, but y'all probably work for people who way more racist than Trump ever will be. See, Trump only about the money. He don't care if you're black, white, whatever. Now, personally, he may not be around you, but if you making money, he good with you. That's why, way back when Donald Sterling came out saying that racist stuff, and the Clippers was talking about, I think Don, the coach at the time, talking about how people were feeling bad for the coach. I'm like,
Nappy head
why
black
you?
women.
Huh?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I know coach. I know the coach you talking about. That's called the girls black or nappy headed.
No, not that one.
I
Doc
know you talking
Rivers.
about. I know you talking about Donald Sterling. He's the owner of the. He was a former owner.
Yeah, he was a former owner of the Clippers, and he was talking about how he didn't like black people and all that. And people were feeling bad for Doc Rivers because he had to play for this coach, and he had to work for this team. I'm like, you
we
think that
already knew
Doc
that.
Rivers, who been in the league over 30 plus years, don't know who's racist and who's not in this group?
They
No,
all.
they
They all
definitely.
know. They
They
all know.
all know. That's why I didn't feel no sympathy for them. I
But
felt sympathy for the players,
the
but
players should be like, I'm not gonna make this money nowhere else. But you don't like me. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this money, what I make, that I ain't gonna make nowhere else, and I'm gonna invest it in my community. And I'm gonna really give you a reason not to like me. I got to take this right now. Because some people had to take some stuff back then. But I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna show you what my people could do. And then you're gonna really hate on us. That should be the mentality instead of I'm gonna take my money and spend it or do whatever it is and say, I'm gonna show you.
But you know the thing, and I got to kick it over to my brother Mike V. Shout out to you, Mike V. You did an excellent job earlier today. I really was. I had to come up there. I saw you up there, brother. Y'all gotta understand, man. We do have there is a black owner of the NBA. I know that's hard to believe. His name is Michael Jordan. He owns a basketball team. But see, nobody. I don't even know why people don't even know that. I mean, he's one of the great. He owns the Charlotte Hornets. Actually, Michael Jordan owns the Charlotte Hornets, and he also owns the Miami Marlins, and also he owns a baseball team. So, I mean, Miami Marlins, that's a baseball team. He has a basketball team, and also he's a co-owner of the Carolina Panthers. There are black men that are doing things. There are black people that are doing things every day. The thing about it is what they like to watch to see if you won't speak up for him, then what makes me want to stick out my neck for you? That's a fair thing. I challenge. But let me pass over to my brother Mike V. Welcome, Mike V of the Black Brain Trust. Shout out to you, brother. What's going on, fam?
Hey, peace to the panel and peace to the chat. Thank you for having me on BMT.
Sure thing, fam.
So I noticed the title, but I didn't catch your monologue. Are you saying that canceling Ice Cube makes black men look weak, or are you proposing the idea that it makes them look weak?
No. Okay, so I put it at this, man.
Mm-hmm.
I put it at that the fact that he's trying to find out. Listen, man, he's trying to get a solution for black people from either side.
Mm-hmm.
And we have it where we have different people that are going over saying that they want him canceled, right? As a black man, I feel like that's when we should have stepped in and covered him saying, yo, we're not gonna allow y'all to bash on Ice Cube like that. Granted, I get it. He might not be the most illiterate on talking about politics,
Mm-hmm.
but still, you got one of your own trying. You feel me? And if he don't understand it, send some people who do. But we still need to make sure that the message get out there. With him saying that, hey, he's trying to get out the intentions of Black American African descendants of slaves. Mm-hmm. He said that to Como. That's what he said. That's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. I could replay the audio if I have to, but that's what he said. And I don't know Roland Martin. I'm talking about he told that to them. That was the first thing he put out there. And so I just find it interesting when he said that statement, people started turning on him. You understand? You get what I'm saying? Like many made it distinctly about just us and us only. People started, oh, so you don't care about everybody else. That's when he started saying this is an inclusive deal for Black Americans only. That's when the turncoat started happening.
Yeah, there's been a lot of conflicting ideas behind whether or not he should be out there saying anything. I think he had the right intentions. I just think that personally, I just think that his literacy was really low from a political standpoint, and maybe, like I said before, he should have. I thought, him being a California resident, I thought that he should probably went to Gavin Newsom, governor of California, and proposed that idea first, right? Because there is no top-down strategy that's going to happen from neither side, right? So you got to start at the most powerful position within your state, which is the governor, right, in the Senate, in Congress, persons of Congress. So if you can get them and have a conversation with them, that is going to get you more traction than a national agenda, right? A national agenda is too broad of a reach. And so it's like trying to hit a home run rather than go for a base hit. So I'd rather go for the base hit and get on base first, and then we can start having the conversation about whether or not we can steal second and steal third, right? So I think for Ice Cube, canceling him, I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense. I think that's a little bit dangerous, because what that can do for other Black men is that it can also say, well, if you stick your neck out there, we'll chop it off too, right?
Right. That's what I'm pushing at. Right. That's why I said that. That's what I'm saying. So you got what you. That's what I'm saying. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because if he sticks his neck out and he gets cut, that's going to deter a lot of other Black men to not want to do that, because they're like, no, I'm not putting my neck out. If they're having a Cube, an OG, no, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the risk.
Yeah, but Cube has enough money, right, where he can put together a platform to get something going without talking to anybody. Snoop has several platforms that a lot of people don't know about, like things for Black kids with special needs. He has that going. He has all types of football programs, athletic programs, and stuff going. You can get things done behind the scenes without actually going to anybody. And so he has enough money to do that. He can start a charitable organization that can actually push an agenda. He can start a civic organization that can push an agenda. And so that's where I'm like, the political literacy with Cube is where the problem is for me, but the canceling of him is where I have a problem. I have a problem with canceling Black men, period. Like that's not a good look. And so he could have called Obama, he could have called Michelle, he could have called somebody else rather than these two people running for office. Because he said, I watched the interview with Roland Martin, and he said that he wanted to go straight to the top. But that's not how it works, right? You don't get to just walk into Microsoft or Amazon and say, let me talk to Jeff Bezos right now. No, it don't work that way. There's several layers of people you got to go through before you can even have a conversation with him, even if he's going to be available, right? So for me, I just think that this is the blowback is what got Cube in the situation, but the canceling of him, I don't agree with.
And it's a learning lesson. And it's a moment for somebody, not us, because I ain't no teacher, somebody to go out there and have this conversation with their friend. No, when you in the barbershop, no, and explain it and break it down. We're not canceling. These is everybody make mistakes when they starting out. Everybody, but we ain't gonna let that slow him down. He could develop into a powerful political force. We had a whole Saturday Night Live comedian that was a senator. I ain't suggesting that Ice Cube become a senator, but this may be the starting point for him. They say you have 3 careers in a lifetime. He was a thug, a rapper, a producer, all of that. So he might have 6 people living longer now. So it's going to be more than 3. But no, we aren't saying cancel him, but somebody need to do some PR to clean it up. And next time when he do something like that to meet with the Republicans, he'll put it on his platform. He'll explain what he's doing, and he'll break it down into regular people talk so they'll understand it before it happens. Because we know that a photo walk is good for that, but we know the message is going to send to the Black community. So he just got to be a little bit more proactive next time, as opposed to having to be reactive right now.
That's a good point, and it's also another point that, you know, Trump is on record, you know, on the recording saying, you know, grab women by their genitals. Well, you don't really want to be taking a photo op with that guy, right? If you're a Black man, right? If Cube was walking down the street in any sort of urban environment, Chicago, New York, you know, DC, there's a high probability that he would be stopped by the same law enforcement that Trump upholds and be shot, just like Jacob Blake in Kenosha, right? He could be the next George Floyd if he was walking down the street. If he didn't have the money that he had, if he didn't have the privilege, financial privilege that he had, that he has, he could very well be another statistic and news story and hashtag in social media. So it's important for me, you know, if I'm advising Cube or if I'm Cube, I don't really want to be jumping out there like that. I don't want to be that guy, right? I just think that, you know, this is just poorly handled. Like you said, you know, the PR issue with him. I just think that this could have been handled way better had he had the right people in his corner, because he said he had some smart people he worked with, but I don't think they were all that smart, to be quite honest. Looking at how
they may be smart, they just not be smart in that particular area. Their expertise may be in another area, and they thought, because sometimes we think we know how to do something, and then when you really get into it, like when D. Durrell say, we have a lot of people on here giving fake mental health advice who really have no idea how it's really done. I'm not saying his people were that, but I'm saying maybe the people were smart in a different area and they thought they knew about something that they really didn't have that much, that wasn't their area of expertise.
I think it could be also they were more yes people than anything. You know, they look at, hey, this is Ice Cube. I get to work with Ice Cube. Whatever he say, oh yeah, yes, Ice Cube. That sounds like a great idea. So we got to look at that too. I mean, sometimes people, you know, they may have the expertise, but then they look at Ice Cube as this famous figure, and you know they starstruck. So if he go out there doing something, they're not gonna say no. You know, you have to be, if you're have that expertise, you have to be a strong-willed person that, even though Ice Cube is this famous rapper, producer, he's a famous person, you still got to be, hey, maybe you should say this. Maybe you need to learn this before you go out there and meet with these people. You know, even if he did meet with Trump and Biden.
Okay, so you know, somebody should pull him to the side, say, hey man, I know how you know how to move with the Bloods and the Crips. Let me show you how to move with these reds and blues over here. Yeah. Because y'all got y'all red and blue or whatever, and it's a whole nother red and blue. So let me teach you a couple of things, how do you move in this arena.
And not only that, I mean,
and we have to stop putting Black people in a box also. We too easy to put people in a box and say, you're this, you're that, you're this. When I tell anybody, I might go in the store and buy Tupac and Blue October at the same time. So we put people in boxes and we assume a lot of things based on stereotypes. And we assume people can only be one or two things. And we need to start getting that message out. This one person can be more than one thing. They can be 4, 5, 6 different things. Stop stereotyping people. And we have to stop it within ourselves.
Yeah, I just want to respond to this comment in the chat, Kay Elise. ADOS and Cube met with Gavin Newsom. He passed an reparations bill a few weeks ago. Yeah, I understand that now, but 3 months ago, that was not the case, right? He had wrote the agenda, but he wasn't talking to Gavin Newsom. To my knowledge, he wasn't talking to Gavin Newsom. That only happened in the last 14 days. That's not something that was known prior to his engagement with both parties. So that my only point is that this is, an issue with Black Americans in terms of the political capital and the social capital that we should have. It's not really being maximized to its fullest potential. And so somebody like Cube steps out there, but there's a lot of educated Black men in the media that are not being spoken to. Even in social media, they're not being spoken to. No one's contacting Robert F. Smith to see what's going on. No one is on the horn talking to some of these brothers in DC in terms of the HBCUs and asking them what a Black agenda would look like, right? Somehow the celebrity seems to always be the default person to contact in the Rolodex, right? The Rolodex only starts with 1 or 2 people. It used to be Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. Now it's pick your favorite rapper right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some regular dudes and some rappers to start hanging out with these regular dudes. They can put some of that star power they have on some, just like they hung out with Donald Trump and gave Donald Trump that pass, like they hung out, I guess, with Drake and gave him and Vlad and them. We're gonna say, hey, okay, we see y'all did that for them. Okay, come and do some of this for our own people now. So we could get that, because they need a little bit of your shine on them so they could grow and they can help us grow.
Yep.
And some of that, maybe some Black women too, and some Black men.
But we also got to be careful about, like you said, putting them in a box. Oh, he was with NWA. Okay. There are a lot of people who've done stuff that in the past probably wasn't the best idea. But we have to look at what they're doing now and what they're trying to do for us now, and stop being so concerned with the image. That's the big.
And we do it to ourselves, because I just use this one thing. We could have white people don't throw their people away like that. We do. We have white women that had a whole career in porn, and now she on the silver screen doing movies. Lil Jamie, I think it was, from Family Matters, did porn. We ain't heard from her. And I'm not saying, I'm saying we have to stop throwing away people. We have to stop doing it, because white people don't throw their people away. They might put them in the corner for a minute and pull them out later. They've been reborn.
Yeah, they use them. They use them for.
But if we don't do it, they can try it. But we don't have to. Envy not the oppressor and choose none of their ways. We don't have to imitate what they do. They don't even do it for themselves, but we don't have to be so quick to throw each other away.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm not sure who put Ice Cube into a box in terms of like him being in NWA, because there was nothing illegal about being in NWA at all. They were actually an entertainment group, so at least by U.S. standards. And so I think it's wrong to actually put these rappers in the box, because no one puts Arnold Schwarzenegger in the box because of Terminator, right, or any other Predator movie, right? He's going around shooting up things, killing people, and no one ever says, well, he shot guns in movies and stuff like that. No, it's only Black people, Black men specifically, that are held to this high standard that says, well, you said this in your lyrics. Well, yeah, I have a publicist and a ghostwriter. So what? It's like that's not authentic. But we're held to these sort of standards that everyone else is not, and it forces us to pick and choose which, how we cultivate our masculinity, because it's always public, right? So you're either too soft, like they started to say about Obama, or you're too hard, like Ice Cube or 50 Cent.
Right.
And I always say, growing up, little Black girls and little Black boys get in trouble. It's just different kinds of trouble. Black men and Black women both have their negatives from society. They're different, but they are not worse or less. We both have our issues. They're different, how society does us. And we got to say, they just do it to Black men. We get thrown away in another type of way, and we got to stop that narrative. But we both receive negative, and we got to stop saying my negative worse than your negative, or you don't get this, I get this. we get it differently, but we get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We we don't know
So
when to.
they cut your leg off, they cut my arm off. We both got amputations. We got to sit here arguing. Oh, you better off because you got 2 arms and I ain't got but 1 leg.
And,
That's what
and,
we're
we,
gonna do.
and we all need Obamacare.
Hmm. Or hey, you got these few crumbs, I ain't get none, or something like that. Well, you're
You
getting
got
these
crumbs.
crumbs from this other
Maybe
here.
you got crumbs off a peanut butter sandwich, and maybe I got crumbs off some apple or something. But
Right.
we collect the crumbs in different spaces. So I'm gonna let BMT take it back. I'll say it my piece. Hello? Hello?
I'm here.
Oh no, it was just so
Oh,
quiet.
yeah, I think.
Um, so I'm just really surprised that we was able to have this combo and it wasn't even no
There we go.
cursing, no nothing.
I
It's
fixed
amazing.
I fixed it. Yeah, thank you for that. I really do. Thank you for that. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Mike B for being able to do that, brother. Speak. Koja, thank God, finally. People that I can leave if I get thrown off a panel and they don't go to cursing. And we always have these kind of talks that literally that our people aren't, mature enough to have these conversations. That's a lie. I didn't hear y'all swear or cursing at one time, and I was trying to fix my audio. Um, one of the biggest things that, like I said, one thing that I wanted to point out was that uh, they are having it. Whereas to, I would want to say that other rappers are starting to endorse Trump. Other rappers are starting to endorse Trump. I think who came out just now? 50 Cent just came out and endorsed him. And we're starting to see other artists are starting to come out and endorse him.
Not surprising.
Now, I think we're going to start seeing a trend of people. Now, to that point, I would like to see the reversal of rather than people just jumping on political trains, I would like to see us actually start independently start doing for ourselves, if that makes any sense. I would like to start seeing us independently do for ourselves and actually start holding people's feet to the fire. If that or is that too much to ask for?
I
Because
think I think that because this is so foreign for Black people, it's either vote Democrat or vote Republican. We're not used to being independent and doing our own thing. One, we'll worry about, oh, we're gonna piss off the white folks or the Latins and all that. We'll worry about that first. Then, do we trust the people who would lead that? Because I think another issue is that we truly don't trust Black male leadership. We don't respect it. So if let's just say, like, if Ice Cube were to come out today and say, you know what, F the Democrats, F the Republicans, I'm gonna do my own thing.
he
How
did.
Oh, he did, and look what's happened to him. He's getting canceled. They talk
See,
about
He ain't
canceling
gonna
this
get
guy.
canceled.
see now,
Somebody gonna clean this up.
but see that's the
Somebody
thing.
gonna
See, that's the thing. That's what I agree with y'all. But see, that's the thing about it. Like, if you're gonna talk, like we for a long time that we've been doing this, we have talked about independence of literally going off doing your own thing. You now have that calling card right here more than ever. You now have that calling card to where you don't need nobody. You literally can just go do it for yourself, by yourself, and you know what I'm saying, and no one can honestly judge you. You know, I know it sounds scary, and Dollar Will, you always welcome to come up, fam. But
By
you know what I'm
by
saying? Um,
by 2050,
mhm.
this country is going to be more people of color or minorities, however you want to refer to it, than white people. And we are sitting up there, still letting them pull the strings to divide us.
Mhm.
We can't get to the Latins and to the Asians right now because we got so much work to do within ourselves so that when we come time to get to those other people and say, hey, we're not going to let this run. Because right now, what they're doing is saying, white man saying, okay, who can I get to side with me? We know they 51% over there, but we need to pull one of them groups to come with me. And we other groups are fighting to be the white man new nigger. Or they, I'm gonna give you a little power. Come on over here. So now we still running things. But if we get our message and our language together with black men and black women, so when we go to other groups, we are respected. That when we go to other groups, they like, oh no, they ain't. Then we'll be able to sit at the table with these other races that are being progressive and doing for their race. And we'll be able to talk from a place of strength as then from a people who are divided and just all over the place. Because we letting them, they just trying to buy time with the Supreme Court. That's why they've been stacking it, trying to buy time so they could craft some stuff because they know they ain't going to be able to vote themselves in place. They know they're not. So they've been stacking that the federal courts to buy them time. So when 2050 hit and they are no longer in the majority, they have some things in place. And we cannot waste time continuing to do what we've been doing. We got to get ourselves right with each other, like man and black woman, and learn to talk to each other and get unified. And then we can sit to the table with these other races and be powerful and make this balance if it is even possible. Because I think Hispanics supposed to be outnumbering us soon, if not already.
Yeah, it's getting to that point. They're the ones with the high birth rate now. We, well, this is what's been reported that black people have a low birth rate right now. So,
Well,
not that I'm
everybody's
saying
birth rates are down. Due
everybody
to
birth.
birth control across the board, women are no longer having 5, 6, 7 children. And I'm just gonna say, since ain't been no mammies to go in these white women's house and clean their whole house for $20 every 2 weeks, they start having babies because they don't even want to keep their own bad ass behind children. But birth rates are down across the board because better birth control and better access to birth control.
Yeah,
So
I got
yes, we're having them less, but a lot of those people that were having babies back in the day were a lot of teen pregnancies on the white and black side. We got a senator down here, Senator Stargill. She took her husband's spot on the Senate. He's a judge. She was a teen pregnancy. She got pregnant from her adult boyfriend who happened to be a judge now, but she respectable now. But across the board, everybody is decreasing on having children.
now
And it's
one.
thanks
Yeah,
to um, things put into some health act or whatever that made birth control available on insurance plans. And now instead of having a lot of teen pregnancies, our kids are able to go to college, get educated. So we kind of start decreasing some of the dysfunction.
I wanna make a request. If Mike B, is that possible? From the Black Brain Trust. Um, and you might have to get Dollar Will on board because y'all both on the finance, and also I want to know how to put together a proper lobbying agenda. I think that'd be pretty cool and fun to because to have a lobbying agenda. You can hear me, Dollar Will?
Yeah, I hear you.
Like that takes finance and proper strategy. You gotta have the proper finance and proper strategy to do that. Now I've seen it for the military side. Now the only thing they told us to do was listen, for the next 6 months, we're gonna ask y'all donate $100 each. Now that's 47 men 6 months. So that's literally we're putting up $100 every month from 47 men. Just do that math to the money right there, and we got our return on investment. But that's lobbying. You know what I'm saying? Guys showed up. They told us that this is the guy that we're going to be funding. That was it. He didn't even say anything. He just came up there and just waved at us. Looked like some pretty church boy. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to know, how do we come up with a proper lobbying agenda? Go ahead, Dollar. Well, what's going on? Welcome up here. We're talking about discussion why the mere phrase canceling Ice Cube makes black men look weak. Discussion.
Okay, you threw a lot out there, but let me just say, I'm just a trader. Okay, listen, hold on. Of course, I have ideas like everybody else, but I'm not presenting myself as a political strategist, an expert at it. But I think my ideas are outstanding. But I don't think that I have that they're necessarily more worth more than yours. That's what I'm trying to say. So my idea when we started the Brain Trust is that we would create a platform for people, higher thinkers, had subject matter expert, have a platform for them. It wasn't my idea that we were necessarily saying that we are smarter than everybody and we're the ones with all the answers. It was creating a place where we can kind of remove ourselves from some of the effery that goes on in Black manosphere to show another side, that we're like multi-dimensional, that we're not just as limited as we set ourselves up for the media to say that, quote, that's all we were. So from my view, the Brain Trust was a way to preempt that type of characterization or mischaracterization. And as far as cancel culture goes, now I have worked for most of my life in media. Okay. And so I'll have to say, we have to be mindful that we're just 13% of the population, and we're easily manipulated, or not us in particular, but any group that's only 13% of the population is easily manipulated. We don't control our own narrative. And so some of this stuff, we have to really question if it's even coming from us. We all, know the history of COINTELPRO. And so we got social media. You got people with black faces on social media accounts. You don't even know if these are black people. We have panels in the manosphere going with 300 people and 25 likes. And so, there's a whole lot of people not in our community listening to us. So, and I think that's good because we have a tremendous impact on American culture and American politics, and American economics, from Martin Luther King time to now. And so it's just it's a lot. Our words echo, and we have to know that, and we have to also question if when this whole thing of cancel culture, it's like, yeah, there are some people, some voices we do need to cancel. But this rampant thing of every time somebody makes one statement, you throw them out, that I don't think that's us.
Right.
Yeah.
I think to me, Dollar, that the minute he specifically said, I'm only doing this for us, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Other people probably got like, uh-oh, hold up, Ice Cube. Whoa. What are you talking? Like, why would you say that? You feel me? Because now
we're not allowed. We black people in America are the only people in America that are not allowed to have self-interest. We're the only ones within this, quote, democracy, because we got to get real that, I'm coming at it from the financial side. We are too anti-capitalist. We got to get over that. Whether you like capitalism or not, it's completely irrelevant. It's the engine of the world, and it's not turning back. We either going to master capitalism or we're going to be enslaved by it. So we got to push all this anti-capitalism stuff out of the way. And wow, go ahead. Yeah, I completely forgot my point. That was a setup for something else, but I had a senior moment, and I forgot what I was trying. There was something I was going to conclude with there, but it'll come back, and I'll pass it to you, and it'll come back to me.
You brought us to the Brain Trust be cooking. I need to get y'all over. Well, we always have Renaissance man. He always comes through, and he does a great job. I tell y'all, I always keep the door open for when y'all want to come through and sit at the dining table. I'm saying, like I said, I see this as a big deal. The fact that this is why I said I was bothered when they said they were going to kill. I got irritated, but I'm like, yo, dude, you can't say you want black men to step up, speak out.
I'm sorry. I remember.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, brother. Please forgive me. Senior moment. In this brand of capitalism we're in, capitalism is about progressive labor exploitation. There's no getting around that. We are the designated N-word of American capitalism. And nationally, that's the profile. And globally, Africa is the designated N-word at the bottom of the economic chain. This is not because of it's designed that way. So we have to be smart enough to know that. And so we have to have a we think strategy. We can't, these things that when we say independence, I mean, you're talking politics. That's a team sport. There's no independence in that. So we got to get to with one strategy that one bigger overarching goal that we, that we're trying to accomplish. And we can have different strategies and approaches underneath that, but we got to have a major goal that most of us accept, and we got to go forward with that. But this capitalism is designed to exploit the labor of one group in particular, most of all, and that's us. But somebody's got to be at the bottom. But it doesn't have to be us. But it's going to be us if we don't get united and get competitive.
Okay. Well, it goes back to the Bible. I think that is the biggest influence on us. Whether we follow it or not, it is the biggest influence on Black people. And I think that's why we are so opposed to capitalism, because it's talking about exploiting people for profit. And that goes against a lot of our Baptist Christian upbringing.
So that's because we don't have the conversation about it. I think if we really talked about it, we'll see that we don't have no problem when it comes to passing that plate every Sunday morning.
Right.
Okay? And so we see the money flow up like a pyramid and land at one spot at the top that don't trickle down to everybody. That ain't nothing communal about that. So we just kind of hypocritical in a lot of things that we believe because we don't really explore it. Now, with all that said, I got no problem with kicking money up to the pastor because, if the people want to give it to him, if they feel that what he's doing benefits them, fine, they ain't none of my business. So that I just want to separate those two ideas. So we think some things but at the same time, we do those things that we say we don't agree with. So we hypocritical.
Right. It goes back to the image. And
so let me ask a question on this. Let me ask this. Let me rock this and get this out. Are Black men afraid to defend Ice Cube openly?
Yes, I will say yes, because look, I mean, look what happened with Snoop Dogg. Look what happened to him.
Nice.
I mean, he was speaking out against Gayle King for what she tried to do to Kobe Bryant. And look what happened to him. Susan Rice came in and G-checked him hard. Did you see Black men were defending him? No, they were trying to make him into a martyr.
I'm gonna defend Black men on that. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna defend Black men on that. It's a way to do it. Snoop Dogg was not 16 years old. He's a grown man that signs multi-million-dollar contracts. There's a way that you register dissent or disagreement when you are a grown man, you're not telling. I'm not believing for 1 second that all of these non-black people he does business with, that he registers his disagreement with them with the way that he disrespected Gayle King. He was right about what he said. He was wrong. He was wrong about how he said it. And that's what we couldn't really get with, because you can't bring, when we over here, we use the B word and the N word, and that's, but when you go into a public, formal complaint, you don't want to bring up stuff that can make the issue get sidetracked. So the issue became how he spoke to her as opposed to what he was saying. And he was just too old to make that mistake.
Right. I get what you're saying with that. Then the message should have been, okay, we didn't like what he said, how he said it, but we're still going to defend him for the point that he was trying to make, that this chick was disrespecting Kobe Bryant. That's where we should have stayed with him with that.
Here's the thing about it. See, I'm gonna kick at it like this. If that's the person's job to ask the question, there ain't nothing you can do about that if that's your job. If that's your job to ask a question, that's just your job. I heard the whole. I heard.
He would not have spoken to Rachel Maddow that way.
Right. Like if that was the whole job, if that's your job to act, but you gotta think, Gayle has done a lot of interviews. Look, I'm not taking up for her. I'm just saying, as a content creator, and y'all seen the interviews I've had to do. If y'all watch me over the years, sometimes all I do is ask the question, and I be like, "What did I just ask this one dude that went down a rabbit hole?" Like now it's just going to get crazy. Because now y'all already see, y'all still doing interviews on stuff that I done talked about one dude that turned into another thing. That turned into goddamn, I don't even know what the hell. We were supposed to be talking about lollipops. Now we got all kind of sex trafficking, drugs, and crack. So all I can do is keep asking the questions and say, well, you must keep asking the next question to the next question.
But one thing I want to get back to when he said black people have to become part of capitalism. Yes, we do. But we got to also admit some truth. This ain't no real capitalism, because this a whole bunch of socialism for rich people. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when them farmers ain't had nowhere to sell their vegetables to, guess what they did? All these nonprofits around here giving away COVID food, giving away milk, all of that. So we talk, they talk a good game about capitalism. But in true capitalism, when one thing go up, another area in the market will arise and come. But they stay propping up some of these big businesses and things of that nature. So we just got to be a little honest about it, because right at this present time, we're not going to be getting some of those loans. Some of us are, some of us aren't, until we really all learn how to play the game. But it's really not true capitalism.
Let me go ahead and
cliche. It's capitalism for the rich. I mean, socialism for the rich and capitalism for the poor.
So let me ask Mike B, but I know the other brothers didn't get the answer. Mike B, you heard the question I asked about it, about are black men, are they too afraid or bothered to want to defend Ice Cube?
I think they don't have the social capital and willpower to do so. And here's why. Most black men are not hurt anyways. So to go out and defend him at this point, it's not going to make any sense for them. Now, are they afraid to do it? I don't think so. I think that, brothers have been very vocal about the killings and police brutality the last 6 months. They've been out there. So I don't think that brothers are afraid to actually go out and defend Q. I just think that they don't have the social capital to do so.
Right. Okay.
Cube is a high value man. Why wouldn't the Manosphere be coming and defending him? He's a high value man.
Lord have mercy. Listen.
I'm just saying.
No.
The men need to come out.
Koja, that was a fair question. Because Q technically by default is a high value man. That's an epsilon.
They come on all these panels and defend.
Now the thing about it, I don't want to make it about.
No, I'm just saying they have a voice.
I get you.
We know what, Brother BMT, we know what the deal is. We know why. Why is it taking us so long to say what it is? We know why he wasn't defended.
Why wasn't? Go ahead.
Let me confess right now. I'm a registered Democrat. Okay, and my belief is that we need to stay together because in a democracy, at least electoral college matters aside, majority rules, and we're only 13%. And if we get splintered, we become we invalidate ourselves mathematically. So you think it's hard that we're being ignored now? Start going into all these different groups and water down our power, and we really going to be ignored. Okay, we'll be as politically irrelevant as think of your smallest minority groups. They nobody's asking Asians what they think. It's all blacks and Hispanics, and it's not. That is entirely because we both are around that 13-14% whatever percentage rate. But we don't ask other minority groups what they think because they are statistically insignificant. So I'm a registered Democrat because that's where we are, and Cube is not, and that's the issue. And we missed the boat on this topic you bring it up. I believe y'all might be better on this than me. I believe that Steve Harvey, when he went to go speak with Trump, everybody gave him smoke too. So it's like the Democrats, we got the loudest voice, so everybody's like, don't talk to Trump, and so everybody's getting smoke for talking to Trump. But for Cube to be a Republican talking to his party that's in office, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's one thing people need to be clear of. I think it should be pretty obvious right now that Ice Cube is a Trump supporter. I mean, if you just look at the timing of this, what really has come out of it is kind of nothing except Trump already had the platinum plan, and I don't really see what adjustments were made. And it doesn't make sense. You don't really see anything, the black community and black men in particular, really gaining anything politically as far as policy with this movie's made. It actually hurts us.
Now, I think the timing of it was bad. Why wait until this close to an election? If this was, months ago, I know for me, I would say, look, I don't care who's in office. We got to do politics. We got to talk to whoever's in there. But really, what kind of time? It kind of sets us up to be a pawn. This short, a couple of weeks before the election. If this was 6 months ago, or 3 months ago, we could get some steam behind it.
It's trying to divide the black vote, and Republicans know they can win if they can either get black men to either come vote for them or just become so cynical with the process that they don't vote at all.
The question is, who's canceling
strategy to win?
Who's canceling Cube? Is it black women or black men? Or is it both of them?
I think it's a Democratic Party.
Who's calling for the canceling of Cube? Is it black women or black men or both?
I think it's the operative in the Democratic Party. I don't think it's a gender issue.
I don't even know if it's a gender issue. Really, I think if you are politically savvy and you see what's going on and you see this is something that's going to collectively hurt black people, you're probably people canceling.
The thing about I want to ask is this. Because he's already suggested that, listen, I don't have no political affiliation. I mean, we can try to put.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, what's going on, Mike? We can try to put Cube on a political affiliation, but the thing about it is, regardless of which, he's asking for stuff for. He didn't say just for Republicans or just for Democrats. He said, "I want stuff for black people." So I never heard him say, "I'm just this one party or one group." Like,
no, he came out decades ago as a Republican.
Right, but here's the thing: most rich black men are in the Republican bracket because they're trying to get their money, their capital. You understand? He owns companies, businesses, and everything. Hell, even Cardi B was complaining about taxes when they first took her first tax check. She's like, "What the hell is this?"
And our Republicans are like, oh, party beats Republican. But most of the time, when you deal with big on the big three,
I want to ask these.
But that was that hypocrisy I was talking about earlier. Okay.
Let me ask y'all.
Hold on, let me finish this. The thing about it is this. Whatever, like, listen, I'm the type of guy. I like to shop for insurance. One like you, Dollarwell, you're a Democrat. I was a Democrat too. Right? The other day, I became a Republican. Whatever side said, listen, I have this for y'all. This is what okay. Let me hear what the other side got. Let me hear what y'all got. Oh, y'all don't have nothing. I guess I'm going to get y'all today. I don't have no political loyalty. All I have is loyalty to what I want for my people. I feel like that's the best loyalty of all. Like that's
what if Republicans offer black people?
Huh?
Okay. Yeah.
Republicans offered black people. That's my whole issue when we go back to this about talking to both parties, this and that. I just want to know what have black people gotten for the Republican Party.
Okay.
Okay. Say something. Let me pass it to Super Mike. Go ahead, Super Mike.
No, because he asked actually the same question I was going to ask about the Democrats, but I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I think it's, you know me, I think it's stupid to even be in any of that, you know what I'm saying, for black people, because our interests don't align with the interests of those parties.
Facts. I agree.
But the system is set up as a two-party system.
Listen, our system ain't even set up. That's their system.
Their system is the master. We're the slave.
Listen. See, that's how they set their system up, and that's the reason why they don't want to give you nothing, because you got to stay slave. And if you get money, then you're not slave anymore. And see, if we want to keep accepting that and legitimizing that crap, then then we got to stay slave. So what Cuba's doing, he's not acting slave no more. He's not playing his script, and so they don't like that. And the same thing with Steve Harvey and all this other stuff. So the bottom line is, I wanted to ask you guys who defend the Democratic. Oh my God, I mean, I don't care about none of them, but I'm just saying, like, do you believe the Democrats owe us anything? Do they owe us something?
Yes.
Do they have any? Okay, well then, what's the problem with Cuba? Demanded that they give us something.
The problem is you've had a train of black Republicans. You got ones who are established and deep in the party. They're leaving. The Michael Steele's of the world, or they're endorsing Democrats. Michael Steele, Colin Powell, Will Hurd, all of these black men are leaving. And what you're now seeing is this train of black celebrity men, Jim Brown, Kanye, Steve Harvey, Ice Cube, going over there, but they're not bringing back anything of, hey, this is why you should vote. At best, they can say, hey, I'm rich, so screw you guys. I've got money, so it doesn't affect me. Which, if they just came out and said that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. It's when you try to position it as this is good for the community.
Wait a minute, but see, it's almost like this. It's like when I ask people who believe in religion, and I'm not sure, I'm like, okay, are you believing in your religion because you're scared to go to hell, or because you love God? So I'm asking you, like, this is what I'm saying. So I said that to say this. I was like, are you scared of Republicans getting something? Because I'm trying to figure out, we're telling Democrats, here's your opportunity. Just give us something. Give us money. Not something. Just fund our programs. Stop defunding our schools. Stop increasing your police presence, because the Democrats did that with the Republicans. With this police
when
stuff.
You ask about what I'm supporting, I'm saying this. I'm saying when I look at the two parties, I don't look at it from there's going to be implications. If you decide, hey, neither party's for us and I'm not going to do anything, I don't come at it from that view, because I understand that there's going to be fallout regardless. So if I'm going to have to choose between the two, I'm going to have to make a pragmatic decision. And I haven't seen anyone try to organize for any sort of independent third-party politics.
Well, that's what you're seeing right now. That's what you're looking at. You're literally looking at.
Hold on. Let me read this. KLE says, I know Cube is meeting with black women and men in LA who are majority Democrat. That is true. He is actually meeting up with them. And like Yeah, I mean, Cube has done a lot of grassroots in Compton. Like that's really his stomping ground. So he's from a Democratic area. I'm not sure we can overlook that his resume of stuff that he does. Like, I don't think the people that know him, that bump with him, I don't think they're actually, like how Dollar said, are going against him. I would probably want to say that, like right now, he's not in his home turf anymore. He's not like, okay, everybody knows that, he loves his city, but now he's not talking for just his city. He now has the platform where, whoa, we liked it better. But mind you, if you saw the thing that they did to him on CNN, you saw it, Mike. What did they show? Him rapping, saying fuck the police and fuck the president. Yeah, and he had to jump and say, yo, why are you making it seem like, because mind you, words mean a lot. Words can mean a lot when you say them on certain platforms. So when they try to say he came running, Trump, he came running to the president.
Exactly,
said, no.
exactly. Make him sound like a little immature boy. Like he's stupid.
Yeah, but
this is what I don't understand about the talking points people are talking about. You're telling me that a multi-million, I think he got over $100 million. He made it from the ground up. Okay, the man's writing, he owns stuff, he makes movies, he's a businessman. He started a league, which is a big thing for us, to employ washed up basketball players. Which,
I think y'all are complicating a simple point.
No, it's not complicated. This is just digging into the minutia of it because that's what we're talking about. But the point is, this man is not stupid. This is what, and it's Trump played Cube and he's dumb and he's just a rapper.
Simple question, Mike, what policy are we getting? Can I get any conservative or Republican to tell me what?
First of all, number one, I will answer that straight up, but y'all don't legitimize policy when it comes from black people. Number one, we are able to create our own policy, and that's what we're not seeing. And that's what Cube did. I can't get a straight
answer. That's my own.
Just gave you a straight answer, but it's not legitimate to you. It's not legitimate to them.
To be fair, what you're saying, Renaissance Man, I don't think he could honestly say what policy we're getting, because we don't even know if we're going to get Trump. That's actually being truthful. Like,
well, the party was separate from Trump, though, right? So if we're just talking about a policy,
right.
the party should have had something from the get-go. But like I was saying before on Art Newstall's,
let him go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, like I was saying on Art Newstall's panel, you had Mitch McConnell say, if there's a reparations bill that comes across my table, I'm going to veto it. You had
he did say that.
You had Rand Paul filibuster the anti-lynching bill. This is like what goes on the right, and people think that, at least in this space, I'm referring to people in this space, people who support that type of stuff are trying to convince everyone else that if Biden and Harris gets in office, it's going to be doomsday. But you have people within your own group, at least ideologically speaking, that are completely against you. It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, you heard what I said. The worst, I said it on, y'all can rewind it back. The greatest enemy to the black man is the black man, boy. It ain't even the white man. It ain't even feminism.
I disagree with that.
I have a question for everybody.
Prove me wrong. I would love to see it now, because honestly, we do that in spades now.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What was Trump's political party before? Didn't he switch party? He was not always a Republican.
Yep. He was a Democrat.
Right. Okay, so the point I'm making, everybody keeps forgetting this one chess move, and it makes everything else you think invalid. This is a two-party system. You can't be president of the United States if you don't come from one of these two parties. So Trump, that's why he went.
This is what.
Let me. It's a short point. That's why he switched. Now, as for us, we are already huddled up in one group on the Democrat side. I am not apologetic for the Democratic Party. I'm a registered Democrat because that's where we are. Period. We have to either hijack that party, meaning take it over, or undermine their efforts to win, to make sure they never win until they Listen
What are
to
you
us.
seeing right now, but y'all scared of? That's what's happening.
Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. I'm about done. So we got to send that message. Now, I don't see any way we can use any strategy to gain any traction as Republicans. At least the Democrats they used to lie to us and then not give us anything. Now they're at the point that they don't even acknowledge us at all. So my fight is to make have black folks within the Democratic Party stage a revolt. Okay,
That's what's happening right now. You're looking at a revolt. You're looking at it, but y'all chickening out at the last minute.
Okay, go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
When they say, what are Republicans doing? One of the 4 things Republicans are saying is school choice. School choice is resegregation 2.0. Because what we all know that white people did not want to go to school with black people, but they had to. So we had all these little country towns like I'm from that would have their own private schools that they had to pay for to keep their children from going to the schools with the black kids. I'm gonna just speak for mine. All up 27 in Florida is small country towns like mine. Elementary school, all the white kids go to Gove Elementary. After that, their parents had to pay for them to go to 3 or 4 of the private schools. White people say, I'm tired of doing this here. I'm tired of spending money. So they devised a way to take tax dollars and they saying school choice. Oh, your kids are going to be able to go to the school of their choice and da-da-da-da-da. That's for now. We got to see what is the goal 5 years, 10 years down the line. It is for resegregation. A lot of these schools do not have accredited teachers. A lot of them will come up with their own policy, who they want to keep in and who they want to keep out. They only let a couple of us in right now. And a couple say, oh yeah, my child going to a better school. But what is the long term? The other thing about the Democratic Party is boring. Obama brought flair. Say what you want to say about him. He knew how to make a speech and get people excited. Trump, even though his talking points don't get me excited, he knows how to rev up the crowd. We don't have no Democrats in the party. Ocasio, she good, she wrong, but we don't have none that know how to draw. And I'm just sorry. Some of them white people boring. Kamala, I said Joe Biden needed her because he boring. And most likely when somebody need to rev people up and to motivate people, it's the black speakers that do that. But what they want to do is they want to put us out there to speak and then push us back in the back. And we need to do that because that's our strength. We know how to get people motivated and we need to be upfront because they can't draw the people. They're boring and they don't make nobody want to come out. At least Trump, with whatever he say, it don't interest me. It speaks to his section, motivates them and gets them excited. Joe Biden just not exciting. And some of the people up there, they're just not exciting to want to be able to motivate people to come out. They ain't got no fight song.
Okay, so let me ask this thing right here, because to be fair, I can't really figure out a reason. I really can't figure out a reason for I don't know really a policy that was really ever made. I mean, for black people. I mean, other than I guess, I mean, unless you want to talk about,
four things they mentioned,
or certain stuff like that.
Four things that were in Elizabeth Warren's platform that interested me was childcare. I don't need it anymore, but childcare, real childcare. It was forgiveness of student loan debt. I don't have any. A real tax break for the working middle class, and universal health care. Those were the 4 things. Now, I know we might not get none of them, but if I get one of them, it's an improvement, and that's what spoke to me. And like I say, I don't have student debt, and I don't need childcare, so it's not about me.
Okay. Now, I in asking for this, somebody asked me, BMT, are you waiting for Democrats? Are you waiting for Democrats? Let me pull this up. BMT, are you waiting for Democrats or Republicans to save us? Hell no, that'd be a day. That would be the day. We'll be waiting another 400 years, self-determination. I mean, in a perfect world, yeah, that I guess that would probably work. But I mean, I'm just being honest, man. Listen, I'm not looking for no savior, no blue-eyed messiah in the sky or no shit. Like, I accept the world, what it is. I just.
If I could jump in,
I think we are looking for a savior from these Democrats and Republicans, because I just said that if we look at what Ice Cube has done, we look at even what Diddy has done, which I don't really believe him too much because of his.
You don't believe nobody.
Ability. Well, yeah, but the thing is, he at least he said he's gonna create a party, but we literally have the expertise. We can create our own policy in internal in Black community politics, and then send qualified people into offices. Right now, our people are getting funded.
Isn't that what they're doing
I'm
now,
saying
though?
we are not doing it because we are too aligned with the Democrats. We have to create our own structure, and that's what I mean. When you have Black individuals who are just citizens, they're not elected officials. They create policy, like a contract. Like, it's a lot of other people that have, but they're just not as well known as Ice Cube. But we have to have a structure that's ours. We don't have to boycott it, or, this is something where Black folks can go and do, and then we can create policy towards others.
Okay,
and
you said some contradictory stuff there. We got to straighten this out. You said that our problem is that we're too affiliated with the Democrats, but then you talked about that we basically need to be kind of more autonomous. Okay, so it's not a problem that we're too affiliated with the Republicans. How about just saying we're too affiliated with these parties? Why are you?
I said that in the beginning. I said
that
before.
Then why mention Democrats? Then just say both.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, then I agree with you.
I'll change it to yours. I'll change it to what you said.
That's what you mean. Say it. Then change it.
No. Hey, listen. I don't have to lie to you. I said if I change it to what you want to hear, because it makes more sense.
Then, brother, we are in total agreement.
I actually said that earlier. I said I don't care about either party. But I'm just saying that. Yeah.
We're in agreement.
Let me cut at this now. Let me hit at this.
Mm-hmm.
A Black woman says something. Black women don't mind jumping behind that Black woman, and they put the shit of protection. Cannot us Black men? Can we not do the same? That's all I'm asking. Because if us not doing that, that's why I said it makes us look. Do y'all understand why I said that makes us look weak? Because if Dollar says something, I'm not gonna hang him out there to dry.
We are weak.
No,
y'all get what I'm saying when I say that?
Wait,
nobody. You see what I'm saying? You know me, man.
I get what you're saying.
That shit about Ahmaud Arbery, I had no problem, despite what people were saying about me, speaking up for him. I don't mind going to bat for Black men when I look at the stuff and I say, whoa, y'all motherfuckers, y'all align yourself into an oven that is going to fuck you up. And so that's why
I'm not opposed to developing a third party. We're just not there yet. I just feel like right now on the Democrat Party, that'll give us more time to get stuff in place.
We don't need no more time.
Hold up.
We need to do everything.
I feel you can say for what you. I'm just saying what my view is. I feel right now I have more time to organize and get it in place than some of the things that's going to be walked back. That's going to have to be redone under Republicans. So I'm not opposed to a third party. It's just not there yet. But however it gets there, I will consider it. As nobody is just aligned to one party at this particular time. You go with the party who you think you got the best deal with that fits what you believe. So it's not like saying, "Oh, I'm a Democrat today," but if I don't see something that or is beneficial for me and my Black people, that I couldn't change. I just don't see that right now in the Republican Party.
Let me
say
this too. Let me tell you what's going to really hurt the imagery of a Black man. If the Black women beat the Black men to defending Ice Cube,
that's going to make us look bitchified.
What?
Yep.
So BMT, do you think? So you think that we should go and defend people even if they could be doing something that's detrimental to the group?
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that. I did not say that. I'm saying this. What Ice Cube is doing, we should have not even hesitated to have gotten behind him and say, yo, even though he's trying to get into the political thing, speaking for us, we should have got behind him. I'm not saying we got behind serial killers and rapists. God knows. Y'all know that ain't my MMO.
I remember.
Why would a
when
registered Democrat do that?
I remember when this guy from Alabama, Roy, I think his name Roy Moore, was running, and they say the Democratic women in Alabama, I think it was Alabama, got behind and made sure that he didn't win. It was a lot of backlash on social media from Black men saying negative things about Black women. And I think sometimes some Black men may not feel it's a space for them, that it's just a bunch of bossy Black women over there in the Democratic Party. But I do remember they came out and they did. And what BMT is trying to say is that Black men should be coming out strong like that. Well, that's just an example that I use.
Thank you, Koja.
No, but
that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, Renaissance, if you would be saying you run for school board, cafeteria manager, bro, I'm getting behind you. I don't give a shit. If they said no, he kicks hitting, I don't give a fuck. He's going for position. We need him there.
No, you leave it on.
No, we
can't be just be backing people just because they're Black and male. No, they got to make sense.
We don't get. That's the problem.
Position of authority.
We oppose people because they're Black and male.
Listen, you know what's crazy? Other groups will make sure their person get in a position of authority. We got to do a whole goddamn background check. I'm like, well, damn. Other groups don't do that. They just, he's going for that position.
We don't get it. We really don't
because we got a history of being crazy. You got to check us out. We got a history of being crazy.
Okay.
People
but
don't
nobody
know.
else do.
It's not
nobody else
either or though.
Nobody else does this game better.
Or though you can have
nobody else is under attack like we are, keeping to make us splintered. We didn't get this way on our own now. Like I said when I came on here, they splintered us. They don't splinter those other groups because they're not.
So why do we trust them to lead?
Why do we trust?
Why do we trust them to lead?
It's meaning who's the them? Define them.
Well, that's your Democrats.
There you go with that partisan, that partisan stuff.
You just did it like right there.
Leave that crap alone. That's just a disease. That's a disease, man. Get rid of it.
Listen. Partisan mind. Let me explain one little quick thing. The partisan mind believes that anytime I mention one of the parties, that I'm opposing the other party. That's not my mind. You said that you're a registered Democrat, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why I'm mentioning the Democrats, because that's who you have chosen to follow their lead in the party.
No, I just defined that 3 times on this show why I'm a Democrat, and nowhere did I say I'm following their lead. But you have that mindset, and you project that on me. I'm gonna try it one more time.
No. Let me say something real quick, and then just explain it. You said that you a registered Democrat, meaning that you literally registered with that particular DNC, Democratic National Committee association, and then you have the ideology of protecting their agenda and their platform.
Who said that? You're lying.
Well, I heard you several times defend this and ask why would a registered Democrat.
Can I say it one more time?
Go ahead.
This is what you really got to get. We playing chess, not checkers. In America, minorities or small groups are statistically insignificant. That's why Jesse Jackson came up with the Rainbow Coalition. He's mathematically looked at it and said, we don't have enough numbers for us Black people to get anything that we want. But if we band together with all the non-whites, basically non-white males, the number will be great enough, and we can force some degree of change. Okay, That's the concept. So I'm a registered Democrat because that's where black people are. That's what I said, period. Because we got to stay a block. That's what I said. I'm pro-black
Let me
unity.
ask you a question, because earlier,
and hold on. And from this position of us being predominantly registered as Democrats, and registered Democrats means I'm preserving my right to vote in the primaries to determine who's on the ticket in the general election. Now, from this vantage point of us being in this block, that is a strength and intelligence on our part to stay a block, not a weakness. And y'all got to stop or not y'all. Black conservatives got to stop representing black people, that being a weakness on our behalf of being united. That is a strength in a democracy. So I am for the position that we try to hijack that party.
Earlier, let me ask you though. I just want let me ask something this follow, because this is exactly why I'm saying this. Earlier you said, I think you were referring to Ice Cube in his the way when he presented his agenda at this point in the election to the two parties and supporting him. And I think you said something like, why would a registered Democrat do that? What were you referring to?
What I was referring to, because I was interrupting somebody, I didn't want to over talk long. Why would a registered Democrat, that is a black person, registered Democrat with the opinion that the Republicans and conservatives are our enemies? Those white conservative Republicans are our enemies.
Yeah,
right. So why that is the predominant opinion. I would say 80% of black people at a minimum have that opinion. Whether you agree with it or not is not the point. The point is, if you know that's how we think, then why are you confused about our position that we're taking 2 weeks before the election, when general elections are by their very nature bipartisan. So when Ice Cube comes up 2 weeks before the election and does something that's potentially divisive like this, why are you confused about why we would not see this as a political move?
Question.
But do you see what's confusing about that though?
Mike, can I quickly ask you this?
Go ahead.
No, I want to quickly ask you this. Because the topic says is it weak for the black men look weak canceling Ice Cube on that?
No. Why the mere phrase canceling Ice Cube makes black men look weak?
Okay. Let me ask you that same question. Does going to a political party where no one has been able to show any sort of tangibles that they're going to get, and has been openly hostile to your interest, does that make you look weak that you are doing that because you're the party that you're currently in, the women are in control and they're too bossy? Because that's all it goes back to here in the manosphere is really we don't like black women in the Democratic Party, so we're going to go over here and vote Republican, even though that's going to destroy our interests from an economic and progressing standpoint. Does that make you look like a strong man?
Well played. It doesn't look good, according to this space. I really don't even understand this space no more. Like shit, you see where I'm at.
Who does?
I want to say that I absolutely disagree. I think it might even be an African saying that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think we should destroy that, and we should come up with a new one that says if your enemy has an enemy, you might have two.
Oh, I like that.
That's the new saying.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I don't know why any black man of today would trust the manosphere. I think this shit been compromised. Y'all can make sure y'all time saying that I've been here for a long time in this space. I'm telling y'all right now, I think this space been done compromised a long time ago. Y'all don't walk my words. Y'all see real masters.
The black manosphere, which is a spinoff of the white manosphere, in the internet world. But you have men going to go and ally with those same people politically.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Brother Speak as my witness. Brother Speed, what happened to me? What happened when I showed y'all the video of the original Proud Boys, the original AKA Manosphere? What happened to my channel?
They got flagged.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The real Manosphere. Oh, they're on camera. Go ahead and talk about them. Your shit will get shut down. Don't bring up the real masters. This ain't the real Manosphere. Y'all, the real Manosphere, they're out there.
We are the real Manosphere.
Okay.
Yeah, I think looking at it from that, I think that misrepresents reality when we look at it like, look at the timeline on the timeline of YouTube. I mean, I'm 56 years old. I'm older than the Manosphere, and everything we discuss in the Manosphere, I was involved in those discussions 30 years ago or more.
Yeah.
So it's if you're a certain age, it's kind of like rough. When I grew up in the DMV area, I was never a part of no white Manosphere. And most black folks in America live in segregated America, which is you live in a black area. So most black people were not part of no white Manosphere talking about this stuff. This is a social media invention that, this white Manosphere, drove it all, and black people weren't having these parallel discussions from a black context.
No, you're right about it. Listen. Y'all know I'm one of the most open conservatives. And I always come and sit at y'all. I sit at y'all campfire. I can have discussions with any of y'all. When y'all ask me about policies or politics, I am very straightforward, open with y'all. But some of the bull shucking, jiving, and jangling I've been seeing lately, I'm like, whoa, I got to take a step back for my own sake. And it's like, yo, that's not how a traditional family moves. Or I'm not saying I'm perfect. God knows I'm not. But I understand that some of these talking points are not conducive towards our agenda of moving forward. You understand what I'm saying? It's not.
You can't go in the barbershop with these talking points.
We're coming from. We have to understand a lot of people in the black manosphere are broken people anyway. So they come at it from a place of anger and powerlessness. They're not coming from a position of strength. So is it really a surprise that we hate black women so much, we're gonna run to the Republicans, but we're not running to the Republicans in a position of power. We're running to the Republicans like, please save us from these crazy black women. Please save us from these crazy Republicans.
Well, they're not really.
Black men in the Manosphere to hate women so much. I had the opportunity to work in a female prison and in a male prison. When I tell you that visitation time in the black prison, in the prison for black men, was full of black women. When them
prison too,
them sons and them husbands and boyfriends is in prison, it's the black women that's putting money on the majority of their books. I don't agree with it, but that's what they do. So I'm not understanding what is hate for the black woman coming from, because when they come home, they generally coming home to a black mama, a black cousin, a black auntie house. No matter how she got that house, that's where they're coming to. So I'm trying to see where this black hate coming from, because
some of it's fake.
In their time of need, the majority of the time when they need somebody to come and help them and everything, it's a black woman they turn to, but yet and still they got all this hate.
Yeah, it's not the same group of people, if I can jump in.
Yeah, some of the hate is not real.
Let him get it, but I'm about to wrap it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, the group of men that you hear supporting, the Trumpistas is what we call them, trap house Republicans. These guys are not the ones who are in, jail, coming home, and then, relying on black women. That's not who they are. They are dissatisfied. They are liberals who are dissatisfied with the Democratic Party in the way that they don't have any sort of political capital for themselves. And so their dissatisfaction is that the party hears black women, but it does not hear them. And so they think that if they go to the right, that's going to give black women a black eye, so to speak, politically speaking. And so what they don't realize is that Michael Steele is a victim of that same, of a similar complex that, you know, the Republicans are.
And he was a good, respectable one. Not even the angry and disgruntled one. He was there, and they
kicked him to the
hung
curb.
him.
And you have two types of Republicans, or two types of conservatives, black conservatives. You have the BMT, Shirley Hussar coalition of black conservatives who look out for black people's best interests from a conservative standpoint. And then you have these other fringe element who are pro-white. They like Kyle Rittenhouse. They like everything that's, you know, Confederate flags and pickup trucks and bulldozers.
You might get stopped. You're gonna be right with them.
They so anti-black that it's to the point where they'll fuel their own destruction.
And they're dangerous because they pulled a
That's
lever.
what I was saying earlier when we said, well, that's the reason why I was saying to the other brother was talking, when we get into these political parties and we get so loyal, we register with these groups and align with them, and we literally register with them, we are literally following their leadership. And all I'm saying is this: we should have our own entity. We can vote with them on these issues. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but we should stop being satisfied with people who don't think like us to lead us. Their decision making is not for us. I mean, it's obvious.
But to be fair, there's more black leadership in high positions in the Democratic Party than there ever is in the Republican Party.
But these people have acquiesced a leadership role. You see what I'm saying? When you work at a job, hold on, let me make this comparison just real quick so you can see what I'm saying. If I go to a cigarette company, I gotta make cigarettes. I can't start saying, well, we should start making flowers. These people, you see what I'm saying? The people who lead the Democratic and Republican parties, they have a certain thing in mind of the way it should go. The black folks that they allow in there, okay, they're going to vet them. They're going to make sure that these are the type of black people who will submit to my agenda. You see what I'm saying? So you cannot go into somebody else's, or that's the reason why it's kind of crazy when people think that you can go into somebody else's organization and take it over. We don't have the experience of building our own organization and protecting it. You can't take these people's organization.
I have a question for Super Mike.
Go ahead.
Do you accept or reject that this is a two-party system, and that in order to have
I reject it.
Okay, then that's what we're talking about, right? That's our disagreement right there.
I reject that because it's not true.
Has had a chance in national politics.
All we got, if we had three parties,
first of all,
33 and 1/3, 33 and 1/3, 33 and 1/3.
Let me answer that here. Let me answer
that. Have three parties. It's called the
it's more than three parties.
This system biases you if you're not in the Democratic or the Republican Party. You can't win. That's why Trump. Why Trump went with the Republicans. That's why.
Okay,
That's why.
Let me give you something here.
The
fact that y'all believe that, and there's nothing anyone can do to even approach changing your concept. This is the problem. Let me give you something to think about. Hold on. That's just people make laws. When people change, when enough people change their mind, laws change, systems change. So when you're talking about what's not here, is because you don't believe that. You got to get enough people to believe in it, and then it will appear. That's all that is. So
how is an all black political party that's 13%?
I didn't even say. See, you're defining something that I'm not defining.
Okay.
And you're defining strategy for us too. You don't get to do that.
Hold on. Hey, can I? But I have to wrap this one show up.
Okay.
But I would like to know if it's possible with the Black Brain Trust. I definitely want to keep a corresponding thing where if y'all want to have a continuation of how can we have a plausible protection of having these kind of talks, because I wanted to be where as a conservative and as doesn't I don't even like to bring up our political affiliation, because once you bring that up, you see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
BMT,
Somebody time out the dude who's trying to be stupid. You know, nobody got time for all that. You know what I'm saying?
No, BMT, I don't care that you're a conservative.
Right. Thank you.
Reasonable conservatives in this space. It's just when I try to ask these guys about policy, I'm left with because I've seen it with you, BMT. You've done pictures of you going to the school board meeting because they're trying to shut the school down, or I'm trying to get a group home, things like that. I can respect that type of stuff. I just can't respect people who can only repeat talking points from the right and go crazy when a celebrity meets with the president.
Like I said, I just want to sit down with y'all. I just want to sit down with you guys, with brothers, and have the. I feel like we're our voices, especially in these spaces, is getting washed out. You know what I'm saying? It's getting washed out. One of my mods banned probably out. You know what I'm saying? You already told y'all when black people start talking about politics, other groups and other entities like to come in and just try to disrupt us when we actually try to have a center of peace. It really irritates. And then actually, it don't even always be other people not of our race. It be people of our same race. That's what blows my mind. So, other than that, much respect to the Black Brain Trust. You guys, listen. If y'all really want some thoughtful air candy, I told them they should probably have a podcast. They probably do better than being in this shithole of YouTube. Definitely go to the Black Brain Trust. I like to go by and check on these brothers, make sure that they're kicking it and doing well. I don't know what they don't talk about. That's the thing about it. That's but y'all go ahead and rep y'all channel. I'm gonna pull it up while y'all repping it, man.
I want to rep my channel. I'm Dollar Will. That dollar stands for US dollar. I teach brothers how to trade. Like I said, we gotta win in capitalism, or we're gonna be enslaved by it. And so I track and trade everything that's US dollar sensitive. So that means gold, energy and metals, basically, because that's the heart of the economy, basically the global economy. If you want to know what's going on in your stock market, you have to follow that currency. The currency market is the dog, the stock market is the tail. It's many times larger than the stock market, and everybody knows the dog wags the tail. So Dollar Will, that's my channel. Come on,
yes, sir. Dollar, make sure you drop your channel. I gotta have a talk with you one-on-one on the show sometime. Make sure you email me, fam. So that way we can sit down, and I gotta grab my guy. Renaissance. You already know, man. You pretty much got doggone status, for representing y'all people over here. So you already don't even have to ask that question. Super Mike, go ahead, brother.
What's up? This is Super Mike 2164, and I do got a channel over there, BlackJunction.tv. Super Mike FARD for.
I can't find Black Junction, Mike. I cannot find it.
Just type in BlackJunction.tv.
You had to send it to me. I can't find them. They hit it. Okay, they hit it really? Somewhere under the underground railroad. I can't find them.
Oh man, yeah, Black Junction is Anyway, but yeah, so I go over topics for anywhere from pollution. I like to give details. Lately, I've been talking about a few little politics, but I don't go into politics. I'll go into religion. I'll go into just family planning and, just different agendas. And, I do little vlogs and stuff like that, too. So y'all could just go over there to, I just put some new content on there about some details. So anyway, yeah, Super Mike 2164 on YouTube. Super Mike FARD on BlackJunction.tv.
Yeah, okay. My link is in the private chat.
I got you. Like I said, you guys, I want to thank y'all. Of course, a shout out to my brother Speak. Final words of wisdom, brother Speak. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, we as Black people need to be looking at getting allies. If you want to go with the Republican and the Democrats, that's fine. We need to be doing what the Latins do. They join both groups. but they keep their agenda is the same for them. They may be a Democrat, they may be a Republican, but they still have their own agenda, and it's working beautifully. So we need to get on that. We need to stop being like, oh, you're a Democrat, you're the enemy. Oh, you're a Republican, you're the enemy. And use those groups just like they use us. And stop going to them with their hand out or whining because the black man ain't doing this or the black woman ain't doing this. We got to come in a position of strength so that way we get our agendas taken care of. And we need to stop with the thought of canceling someone just because either they're past or they're not the most eloquent. Instead, we should be taking them to the side and say, hey, can you speak for us? Here's some money. Come speak for us. Because we want people to speak for us, but we ain't offering them nothing. We just want them to do it just because they're black. And that's not going to work. Not in a political field. It's run by money. If you ain't got no money, you ain't got no voice. And that's it, man.
Thank
and
you.
also, Brother Speak Podcast, please subscribe to my channel.
You got a podcast?
Yes, sir. I got one.
Congrats.
6 episodes strong.
Send me the link and I'll definitely get it out there, fam. You know I love to advertise my people. This is Dollar Watchers. This is Dollar Wells channel. You already see me. I love Dollar Will when he goes over his stuff. The man knows his stuff. I hate that when we got people that know their stuff. I remember one time we was having nerd money talk and nobody knew what the hell me and him were talking about. We had to like stop talking for a while. But
I say definitely, y'all. If you want, everybody need to click on that one with the gold. You got to learn about the barbershop mythology that we have. We got to get our mind right about this gold thing because we getting ready to be swindled, y'all. But check that out. I show charts going back several hundred years. Check it out. Check it out.
So y'all see, he got some gold.
Nothing is safe. Nothing is safe but knowledge. Okay, you can't buy a house and land and be safe forever. You can't buy gold and be safe forever. Nothing is safe forever but knowledge. Change is constant.
So y'all better listen. Dollar hits cutthroat when it comes to his research. Now he's very cutthroat. Last but never least. Always, she's such a joy to have here. She's been helping me out on doing the streams lately. Koja.
Hey, I just want to say I agree with the young man earlier. I'm not sure if he's young. He said we have to have allies, but we have to be allies with ourselves first. And I just want black men, black women, to all get on the same page. I want to be my sister's keeper and I want to be my brother's keeper. And I just want us all on the same page. And we cannot go to anybody talking about being allies if when we go to them, we arguing with each other. They're going to be like, them some fools over there. I don't want to deal with them. So I just want our relationship to get better.
Thank you so much for that, Koja. Mm-hmm. Shout out to everyone who came through. Shout out to all those who came through. Shout out to my BBN brothers and sisters that came through. Shout out to all those in the chat. I know it wasn't the most entertaining conversation, and I'm willing to even bet, Brother Speak, somebody is going to take my talk today and says BMT was bashing black men. I could promise you that.
Of course they will.
They're going to take it and say, I was bashing black men. Not that I was actually implying that we need to actually start protecting black men. Because literally, if somebody were to say, cancel Brother Speaks podcast, I would have been like, fuck y'all. Y'all need to get the hell away from me. I would have stopped that right then and there. Because literally, that's a voice. Just like Dollar Will, you got to make sure you come back, family. You definitely make sure you come back. You got a spot. Definitely come back. I like having my brother and my sisters come through and we have conversation, man. I literally try to keep it balanced where we can have good conversation We talked about quite a bit of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to do more stuff. Like, we do want conversation, y'all. We do. And we deserve that. Our people deserve that now. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be up to us. You know what I'm saying? So thank everyone for coming through. Thank y'all for supporting. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are truly blessings, you know, to help time go by. I like it knowing that when I go by the college, the community college, I got people that listen. I'm going to be bringing, tomorrow I'm going to be having a local rapper / artist, Kat, Queen Kat. She's going to come through. Really good. This woman can spit. I'm not talking about no BS. Like, she's a 90s type of spitter. So she actually has a flow. She don't do mumble rap, none of that stuff. She's a rapper, an artist, and also an author. And literally, like I said, we're going to make sure that we get her stuff out there. So y'all definitely going to enjoy that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So we got to doggone, you know, shine and support our own people, man. And I feel like y'all deserve that. So y'all going to enjoy her story and enjoy there's going to be a pretty dope interview. I plan on getting more rappers, artists, and different people locally and around the way to come on here for y'all entertainment. So y'all please stay tuned to that. Definitely here on BMT. And then after a while, after I talk with her, if y'all cool, I'll definitely open up the panel so that way y'all can have a discussion with her and talk to her about stuff. So,
yeah, whatever you do, don't do like Bernard Riley and let people just assassinate the host like that. Because that.
Oh God, no. See, I don't like. I hate that to a passion because that takes away from people that, you know, that they say, oh, I heard what you did to this person in this space, or, you know. So we don't want that. We don't want that to happen. So let's go ahead, guys. I'll see you guys later. And thank you, Koja, for the $5 super chat. Much love to that. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all guys later. Peace.